Welcome to the deep dive. It's Friday, April 11th today.
That's right.
And we've got, well, kind of a fascinating grab bag for you.
Yeah. What do we got?
We've been digging into the historical archives, you know, those on this day things. And also the today is national days, all specifically for April 11th.
Okay, so a real focus on just this one date.
Exactly. And the mission really is to just pull out the most interesting bits, maybe some head-scratching stuff too.
Find the nuggets.
Find the nuggets. A quick look at what makes April 11th. Well, April 11th.
Right. Looking beyond just the headlines, maybe getting a bit of the flavor of the day.
Yeah, what happened, what we sort of celebrate now, who we remember.
Trying to connect some dots that might seem pretty random at first glance.
Okay, so let's jump in some big historical anniversaries first. How about way back 1689?
Okay, 1689, what happened?
William III and Mary II crowned as joint rulers in Britain.
Ah, William and Mary. Joint sovereigns, that was a bit unusual, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. And here's a cool little connection, you know, the college in the U.S.
William and Mary.
Named after them.
Yep, named after them. Shows how those ripples spread across the Atlantic, even back then.
Absolutely. That whole period, the Glorious Revolution, it really changed the structure of British government, limited the monarchy's power.
Right.
So having an American college named after them, that really says something about their influence, even in the colonies, shaping, you know, ideas and education.
Definitely makes you think. Okay, let's jump forward. 1814.
1814, Napoleon.
Napoleon Bonaparte, yep. He abdicates his throne, gets banished to Elba.
First time, the famous exile to Elba. Quite the downfall.
Huge downfall. Really marked a massive shift in European power after all those years of war.
It truly did. I mean, Napoleon had redrawn the map of Europe. His abdication, it led straight to the Congress of Vienna, didn't it? Reshaping everything again shows that even these, like, colossal figures aren't immune to history's tides.
So true. Okay, now something a bit different. 1876.
1876, okay. The Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks was organized.
The Elks Club.
Right. But listen to this. Apparently, it replaced a previous group called the sometimes rude and apathetic Order of Elks.
Wait, really? Sometimes rude and apathetic.
That's what the notes say.
Wow. That's quite a name. You have to wonder what those meetings are like.
Exactly. What kind of, like, vibe shift were they going for with benevolent and protective?
Yeah, maybe some internal grumbling. Or just needing better PR.
Okay, guys. Less apathy, more benevolence.
It's like a mini history lesson in organizational branding right there.
Totally. Okay, where next?
1898. President McKinley asks Congress to declare war against Spain.
The Spanish-American War starting up.
Yeah, and the notes mention it was a contentious time of year, which feels like maybe a bit of an understatement.
Just a bit. I mean, think about everything leading up to it. The USS Maine, yellow journalism, Cuba.
Right, a lot going on. Yeah, the atmosphere was incredibly charged. McKinley's request was, you know, the formal step into a war that really boosted the U.S. onto the world stage.
Okay, moving into the 20th century now. 1921, April 11th.
1921. What happened?
Iowa becomes the first state in the U.S. to impose a cigarette tax.
Oh, interesting. The very first.
Seems so. And apparently the unofficial state slogan flying around at the time was, tax 'em if you've got 'em.
Huh. Very direct. No messing about.
Pretty blunt, right. Kind of a no-nonsense approach to getting revenue.
Yeah.
And pretty early for that kind of syntax, really.
And really, it's fascinating how attitudes towards things like smoking change and how governments use taxes, maybe not just for money, but also trying to, you know, nudge behavior even back then.
Even if it was mostly about the cash.
Probably. But still, it kind of hints at maybe some early awareness of health stuff, perhaps.
Maybe. Okay, now a really big one. April 11th, 1947.
47. Jackie Robinson.
Jackie Robinson. Played in an exhibition game, Brooklyn Dodgers against the New York Yankees.
Wow. The day he broke the color barrier in Major League Baseball.
Yes. It's still hard to fully wrap your head around the significance, isn't it? And the courage it must have taken.
Absolutely monumental. Not just for baseball, but for, well, all of American society.
Yeah.
Challenging that deep-seated segregation, he really paved the way. The dignity he showed under all that pressure. It's incredible. Really underscores the impact of that single game.
Truly. Okay, just a few years later, 1951, bit of drama. General Douglas MacArthur, relieved of command in Korea.
By President Truman, right? For not following orders.
Exactly. Insubordination really highlights that that tension you sometimes get between the military brass and civilian leadership. especially in wartime.
Yeah, it's that core principle, isn't it? Civilian control of the military. MacArthur was huge, a massive figure, decorated, influential.
Right.
But Truman's decision, controversial as it was, it reaffirmed who's ultimately in charge. The president as commander-in-chief, they just had fundamentally different ideas about how to run the war.
A clash of big egos, too, probably.
No doubt.
Okay, fast forward again, 1970. This one's probably sad for a lot of music fans.
1970. Beatles.
Paul McCartney announced he wouldn't record with John Lennon anymore.
Yeah. The effective end. The official split wasn't too long after, was it?
No, but this was the public statement from Paul. End of one of the biggest songwriting partnerships ever.
You can almost hear, like, get back, playing faintly, that feeling of something ending.
Yeah, even though the song was a bit earlier, it just fits that feeling. Something lost.
Definitely a seismic moment for music. They both went on to do great things solo, of course, but that collaboration, it was something else. Reflects all those tensions that had been building up.
Right. Okay, totally different gear change now. 1985. Science.
Okay, science at 85. What did we figure out?
Scientists announced they'd measure the distance between the Earth and the Moon, give or take an inch.
Wow. That's precisely, give or take an inch.
That's what it says.
Yeah.
But here's the kicker. Apparently, it took them 3 whole days just to rewind the tape measure they used.
Wait, rewind. I got physical tape measure.
It's a specialized one, obviously. But yeah, 3 days to rewind it.
That's wild. Puts the scale of it into perspective, doesn't it? Just imagining managing something that long.
Mind-boggling logistics. A real testament to scientific dedication and maybe patience.
Definitely patience.
And one more historical snippet for today. 1988, Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, Ozzy. What did he do on April 11th?
Well, he reportedly said he wanted to tour insane asylums.
He wanted to tour insane asylums.
That's the report. Very Ozzy.
Classic Ozzy, yeah. Always pushing boundaries, exploring the fringes. Makes you wonder what he was looking for. Inspiration. Or just being provocative.
Who knows with Ozzy? It definitely makes you think, though, about, perceptions of mental health and all that.
True. Okay, so that's quite a historical tour.
A real whirlwind, wasn't it? But April 11th isn't just about the big historical stuff. It's also packed with these today is national observances.
Ah, yes, the modern additions to the calendar. What have we got?
Okay, get ready. It's quite a list. National Living Donor Day.
Important one.
National Submarine Day.
Okay.
National Cheese Fondue Day.
Fondue.
National Pet Day.
Ah.
National 8-Track Tape Day.
Now that's specific. Nostalgia.
And National Barbershop Quartet Day.
Wow. From living donors to 8-tracks to barbershop quartets. That's diverse.
Talk about variety, right? It really shows all the different things we decide to celebrate or remember.
It's a snapshot of modern life, I guess.
Okay.
Selfless acts, cheesy food, pets, old tech.
Let's zoom in on that last one. National Barbershop Quartet Day. Turns out there's a reason it's today.
Oh, yeah.
The Society for the Preservation and Encouragement of Barbershop Quartet Singing in America.
That's a mouthful.
It is. SPEBS QSA, I think they used to call it. Anyway, it was founded on April 11th, 1938 in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Very specific, so that's the origin.
Yep. And the notes had some fun ideas for celebrating, like maybe barbershops could give away quartets of haircuts.
Nice fun.
Or family discounts. Or, actually bring in a real barbershop quartet.
That's a great idea. Connect it right back to the music itself. It's such a unique sound, isn't it? That close harmony.
It really is.
A nice reminder of that kind of community singing tradition.
Absolutely. Okay, shifting gears one last time, let's hit some notable birthdays for April 11th.
All right, who shares this eclectic date?
First up, Millie Alcock. People might know her from House of the Dragon.
Oh, right, Rhaenyra.
Yep. And she's also going to be the new Supergirl. She turns 25 today.
Wow, 25. Big roles already. Quite a career taking off.
Definitely one to watch. Okay, next, Joss Stone, the singer.
Ah, Joss Stone. Great voice.
She turns 38 today. And a little fun fact from the notes, her actual full name is Jocelyn Eve Stoker.
Jocelyn Eve Stoker. Doesn't sound quite as bluesy somehow.
Maybe not. And apparently she's known for performing barefoot a lot.
Yes, I think I remember that. Kind of her trademark.
And someone here joked, her name sounds like an organic wine. Joss Stone.
I can kind of see that. Anyway, happy birthday to her.
Okay, Lucky Venice is 64 today.
Lucky Vanice.
Yeah.
Rings a bell. Wait, the Diet Coke guy.
That's the one from the 90s commercials. Construction worker, Diet Coke break.
Oh my gosh, yes. That campaign was everywhere. A real pop culture moment.
Definitely stuck in people's heads. Okay, Louise Lasser turns 86.
Louise Lasser. Mary Hartman.
Mary Hartman, yes. The star of that really unique, kind of weird show.
Totally unique. And the notes here have a little joke. Yes, I realized I repeated myself. Yes, I realized I repeated myself.
That's perfect for that show. So meta and repetitive.
Captures the vibe exactly. What a performance she gave in that.
Truly memorable. And finally, a proper legend. Joel Grey turns 93 today.
93. Wow. Joel Grey. Cabaret, of course. The M-Ski.
Iconic. Unforgettable role. And yes, the notes point out the rhyme. He's also Jennifer Grey's father.
That's right. Dirty Dancing's Jennifer Grey. What a career he's had. Stage, screen.
Just incredible longevity and talent. Truly remarkable.
Absolutely. A legend is the right word.
Phew. Okay, well, that is quite the trip we've taken through April 11th.
It really is. From, kings and emperors.
To cigarette taxes and 8-track tapes.
To baseball breakthroughs and Beatles breakups.
And fondue and barbershop quartets. All pinned to this one day.
It really shows how any single date is just layered with so much history, so much culture, big things, small things.
Yeah, the whole spectrum.
Just the richness of it all.
So as we wrap up this deep dive for today, maybe a final thought for everyone listening.
Yeah.
Looking back at this whole kind of random collection of stuff, historical events, these national days, the birthdays, do you see any unexpected threads connecting them? Any patterns?
That's a good question. What links Napoleon and National Pet Day?
Exactly. Or maybe is there just one thing we talked about, one fact or observance that kind of sparked your curiosity, makes you want to, go Google something?
Yeah, which rabbit hole are you tempted to go down now? Each one of these could be its own deep dive, really.
Totally. Whether it's the politics of 17th century Britain or the history of barbershop quartets or just rewatching old Diet Coke ads.
There's always more to find out.
Well, thanks for joining us on this particular exploration of April 11th.
Been fun digging into it.
We'll catch you on the next deep dive.